Xbox recently announced that their XCloud gaming service has been upgraded to Xbox Series X hardware. Why don't we test out those claims? Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. With the announcement that Xbox has upgraded their XCloud or cloud gaming service to use Xbox Series X hardware, I decided to go ahead and test out some games that we have tested out before to see if there is some sort of improvement or if there's a noticeable change on the way these games perform. If you are familiar with my channel, I have tested out XCloud in three different occasions. First, I tested out on my phone versus just Luna. Then I did a test of XCloud just by itself when it came to web browsers. So I was able to get an invitation when it was still testing, and I was able to test it out. And then while it was on the web browser, I tested out against Luna using web browser and also PS Now using PS Now's app. And in each occasion, the Xbox left a little bit to be desired. The loading times were pretty long. When I was testing out one game in particular versus PS Now, which was World War Z, I couldn't even get into a game. So clearly there were things that XCloud needed to work out, or Game Pass Cloud Gaming Service, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to continue calling it XCloud because I think that's the best name for it. They should have kept that name. It's easy to say, it's short and to the point. So I started with the game that I have started every test, and that's Rainbow Six Siege. Why Rainbow Six Siege? Because it's an online multiplayer only game. There's no way to play that game unless you are connected to the internet with other players. And every time that I have played that game using XCloud, the game has taken a long time to start. So I figured that this will be the first game that I could consciously look at starting from zero to see if there was a noticeable improvement. Okay, so let's see how movement is. So seems responsive.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defenses accordingly.
That's a moves. Bolting. It's a little slow. It feels a little heavy when I move the character, but I don't know if that's the connection or just the game. I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in a bit. Oh, there it froze. See that it froze. Now it froze again. Now it's starting.
5 seconds. Ready insertion.
That's not good.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Okay, so this was the first time. Okay, so once I started this game, as you saw on the footage, the game started really, really fast. And I was surprised. I was very, very surprised because it cut the time by more than half. That game always took forever to start. And I was very, very surprised and satisfied. Also, when I tried to play that game before, there were a lot of stutters. Now, the experience wasn't 100% perfect. As you saw there were a couple of stutters when I was playing the game. But for the most part, the game was playable and without any issues. Okay, here we go. So I'm having a little bit of the same issue that I was having with Rainbow Six. It doesn't feel as fluid when I'm playing. I got dropped. So the characters feel a little heavy to And again, yeah, right there's a little bit of issues there.
Hey, that was too close. You trying to kill me?
I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not. Okay, and I'm not playing very well right now because I'm not. You know what? Let me do this again. So my issues are again a little bit that the characters feel a little heavy to move, and I don't know if when I say that makes sense. That they feel a little heavy to move. I mean, can you get out of the way? Shoot. Okay, game loaded. Just like that. That was really quick.
You know, we've convinced
This is really smooth. Everything's loaded already. We're not waiting for textures to load. Everything's right there.
Wow, it's the Cog! Welcome! Now get the hell out.
Gears 5 was another title that I had issues playing when I tried to play it last time. It took a while to get started. Once I got into multiplayer game, there was a lot of stuttering in the game that made it almost impossible to play in a competitive level. Not that I am good to play to begin with, but the fact that I couldn't really move and every time I did something, the image will stop or freeze made it pretty much unplayable. Then when I moved into multiplayer, hoping the multiplayer will be different and you don't need to really rely on an internet connection besides being connected to the cloud, also had issues. I could barely move, the game stuttered a lot. Now the game ran smoothly. I had a couple of stutters, but it was something that the game recovered pretty quickly from. So it really didn't have any issues. It was a playable experience. So this is a lot faster. It took 54 seconds, almost 55 seconds. That is almost a minute shorter than last time. Same thing with GTA 5 and Halo. Halo, last time when I played Halo, was a mess. It was actually really quick to get into a game. Not as quick as this time around, but pretty quick compared to the other games that I had tested. But once I got into a match, it was unplayable. There was a lot of stuttering. It was really slow. I could barely move my character. I couldn't react to any shots. The moment by the time I reacted to a shot, I was dead. Don't judge my gameplay. I am not very good, and I have not played Halo Master Chief Collection in a couple of months. I've been very into Call of Duty Cold War lately. It's been my game go-to. It allows me to distress, shoot some people in the face, and get my anger and my stress out.
Gain the lead.
Whoa, that is smooth. Oh, what? Did anybody see how I got shot? I didn't. Wow. Oh, come on. What? So this time around, as much as I died, well, that was my own fault. The game was actually playable. I could play the game without any issues. And the one that actually surprised me the most was World War Z. World War Z was a game that I played and used it to compare PS Now. PS Now has World War Z available on their service too. So my idea was comparing both services to see which one started first, which one played better. When I did the test back then, PS Now hands down won that test. Not only was it faster to get into the game from menu to game menu compared to XCloud, but I could actually go into a game. When I tried playing World War Z on XCloud, I couldn't get into a game. I was able to get into the actual game. So get into the game menu, press multiplayer to start a new game, but every time that it will load, it will just crash. It will disconnect from the lobby and it will send me back into the main menu. Right. That was a lot faster than last time. So far, we are doing very, very well. Let's go and try to get into a game now. All right. This is just a lot faster than before. Before, to get here, took forever. This is really, really running a lot faster. Loading game logic. Boom, we are in a game. What a tip. Okay, but there's a stuttering. Lot of stuttering. Whoa. Come on. Okay, now we're moving. Now we're going. Now we're flying. Oh. Almost got you. Come here, friend. Oh, come on. Let's stay quiet here for the zombies. The zombies are gonna get me. You gotta pull a Brad Pitt, Stay in place. Oh, there you go. Wait, here's zombies. Ooh, zombies. No. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh my god, I'm dead. Okay, if you're noticing the textures are taking a while to load up. It's a very soft looking game right now. It doesn't have that much detail, and it looks like it's taking a while to catch up to where the game needs to be, and that is not the best. It's still playable. It's not going to be the prettiest experience, but it is still a playable game. This was hands down a completely different experience, especially, like I said, at World War Z. It was quick to get into the game menu. It was quick to find the game. And I was able to actually get into a match and play a full match. So I will say that right now, the experience on XCloud is the best it has been since it has started. And like I said, I've tried XCloud in 3 different occasions. There's 3 different videos where I do XCloud compared to other services. At that time, all the other services beat XCloud, and mostly due to wait time. XCloud took a long time to get into games. So now I am going to have to go back and do an assessment compared to where XCloud is right now to the other services to see how much better it is. Something tells me that XCloud is probably going to beat those other services now because it's really going like this, like it's moving really, really fast. I'm very surprised on how much of a difference this upgrade to Xbox Series X it makes. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? I mean, it is Xbox Series X, but I just didn't think that it was going to make that big of a difference. Right now, if you are interested in cloud gaming, I have to give it to XCloud. And yes, I know you're going to say, well, you haven't compared to PS Now and Luna right now after the upgrade. But like I said, my biggest complaint before was the wait time. And right now, comparing the time that it took to get into games compared to how long it took before, it's pretty much solved the issue that it had. What do you think about the tests that I ran? Are there any other tests that you think I should do? Or should I try different scenarios when I try out these services? Have you tried out cloud gaming service? Have you had a chance to compare other services besides XCloud? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.